Hello, it is Foundation Friday, July 19th, 2019. Steve Sipress here. It's another beautiful sunset. Takes place right behind me, and I saw that suddenly the rest of the country is experiencing or going to be experiencing the type of summer weather that we routinely experience here in the Phoenix, Scottsdale area. Temps are in the mid-hundreds, which is actually below craziness for here in the summer. Here that we are in late July, we're used to temps around 113, 115 every single day for a few weeks this time of year. Not to mention, we're in the monsoon season, which this year ought to be called the non-soon season because we haven't had a drop of rain for, I don't know, well over a month, and we've been into the, quote, monsoon season for a while. So I know this is the calm before the storm. We're going to get, I see on the forecast, possible rain, I think next week sometime. And during monsoon season, the rain means torrential, crazy, violent, amazing downpours accompanied by crazy winds and possible 100-foot high walls of dust that storm through the city and cover everything and all kinds of craziness. So it's actually kind of fun. Looking forward to it. But meanwhile, hope you are staying cool wherever you are, cool and comfortable. And so I had another topic in store to share with you today on Foundation Friday, but then this thing came to my attention, and apparently it's going viral. It's this 11-year-old kid in Utah, I think, who, it's in Utah, and he set up a stand out in front of a local church because he figured there's a parking lot there for people to pull into, and he made up a big sign that about a 3-foot tall sign with letters that were, I don't know, probably about 6 or 8 inches high, big, bold, black letters, ice, cold, beer. And then, of course, he took a little, those were black, big, black, bold letters, ice, cold, beer. Picture like a newspaper headline. That's the big headline, ice, cold, beer. And then he took a green magic marker and wrote in about, I don't know, half an inch high, in between the cold and the beer, he wrote a little root. So there you go. See? I'm not really an 11-year-old kid selling beer. I can't do that. I'm selling root beer. It says that on the sign, see? And, man, he's gotten all this attention, and local news crews goes out, and I saw I'll post a link to it. I saw a video of his local, I don't know, state representative came by or something and had a news crew out there, of course, when he came by, and he said, I spoke to our Senator Mitt Romney, and he's, all excited about what you're doing, and he wants to write you a letter. And I'm like, leave it to a politician to be excited about deceptive, false advertising. So here's the thing. I watch various videos of different news stations around the country, from the Today Show to the local Utah station and everything in between, and they're using all kinds of glowing adjectives about this kid's ingenuity and genius and creativity, and it's cute and it's inventive and all this kind of stuff. Here's the deal. It is illegal. Okay, it's illegal. Not the fact that he's selling beer as an 11-year-old. He's selling root beer, and not the fact that he's, I don't know what the local ordinances are about selling, setting up a stand out on the street. Thankfully, I saw in one of the videos a bunch of police officers came by because they said, a few people were calling the police. There's this kid selling beer, and he's not old enough, and blah, blah, blah. Come on, as the kid said in the video, those people have no sense of humor. Okay, no sense of humor. So here's the deal. When a kid does any of this kind of stuff, I guess it can be seen as cute and adorable and genius and a marketing ploy. And, he's like, they just didn't read the sign right. It says right on there, root beer. They didn't read fine print. Here's the deal. Fine print is fine print for a reason. That's where you put all kinds of legal mumbo-jumbo that you have to put, and you're allowed to put that in fine print. But you are not allowed, and I'm not an attorney, so consult an attorney if you really need to, but you're not allowed to put in big, if your headline is 4 letters, in effect, it's ice cold root beer. You are not allowed to put 3 out of those 4 words in 8-inch big block black, bold letters, and then a little green handwritten half an inch, one of the words in between, designed and working to perfection as the ruse slash con, rip-off, deception, whatever you want to call it, was meant to do. Cars passing by see that, and they got to stop. I got to find out what's going on with an 11-year-old kid selling beer on the street. What is going on here? And so, they show on one of these videos, I watched a whole bunch of them, but one guy comes up and goes, I just got to give you money because it's funny. And, blah, blah, blah. So that's all good news. But my tip of the day is, please do not think that that's the response you, as an adult business owner, will ever get if you use deceptive, misleading, false, bait and switch, whatever you want to call it, advertising. There are laws against that in every single state and likely all over the world. At best, it's extremely unethical, but it really is illegal. And if an adult does it, other than Mitt Romney, because politicians, birds of a feather, they probably like deception and lying and hypocrisy and illegality. They're politicians. But other than that, not recommended. So don't get any ideas, you adult business owners. Now, if you're an 11-year-old kid watching this, I would actually suggest you don't get any ideas either, because what kind of, and maybe I'm seeming like an old fuddy-duddy here, but what kind of thing is that to teach your kid? Hey, way to go, way to deceive everyone, way to, cut the corners and do something illegal and get all that attention for something that really is not proper and right. What's the guy going to do when he, gets a test in school? You expect him to not have the answers written on the palm of his hand or all that kind of stuff? You're encouraging his doing illegal things, breaking the laws. Now, while I'm all about, and I'm all in favor of breaking the rules when it's right to do so. But in this case, not something you want to do. Not as an adult. Apparently as a kid, he's bringing in a lot of cash. He's getting a lot of notice. He's even getting a letter from a U.S. senator. So great for the kid, not recommended for an adult. And that'll do it for Foundation Friday. And by the way, you can go over to my website, stevesipress.com, and you can take my advertising quiz. So if you do any advertising, now there's nothing on there about false or misleading or deceptive or bait and switch advertising, just good old solid, old-fashioned advertising tips. I got 7 questions, and then based on your response, I'll give you some tips, and then at the end, I'll give you overall tips on your advertising. It's free to take in 7 questions. It takes, a minute or two. Head over to stevesipress.com and take the advertising quiz. And if you want help with it, or whatever responses you get from me, or whatever tips you want help implementing those, as always, go on over to helpfromsteve.com. Advertising, especially in today's modern world of online, offline, social media, all kinds of things going on, websites changing all the time, just biggest thing I hear, and I experience myself, I own a part or all of 16 different businesses, so I'm doing a heck of a lot of advertising and marketing myself, and once in a while I just want to kind of crawl into a hole and curl up in a ball and cry over the complexity that modern advertising is. Whatever happened in the good old days where all you had to do was put up a sign in front of your place and maybe place an ad in the yellow pages, and that was it. You were getting plenty of business. Don't have to tell you, it's not like that anymore. So I've been through it all. I've helped thousands of clients go through it, and I can help you too. Go to helpfromsteve.com, and I'll help you make sense of this crazy modern world of online and offline marketing, because for the most power, you want to coordinate the two and not ignore either one. But of course, it's all based on who you're looking to attract, and so we'll have that discussion if you want. Take the advertising quiz at stevesipress.com. Get some personal help from me at helpfromsteve.com. Speaking of which, I'll give you another tip tomorrow on Social Media Saturday, a tip specifically to do with social media and helping you have more fun, make more money in your business with a lot less stress, because to me, that's what it's all about. Enjoy the rest of your day as the sun sets behind me here. Stay cool, And I'll catch you tomorrow. Over and out. Bye-bye.